And we are back on Melissa's podcast and the YouTube channel. So today I have Sheryl Bass. She's a children's author book of the book Big Sneeze, the Baby Dragon. Hi, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And so your book was released not long time ago, and it's the story about a dragon that had sneezed and burned out the city, and the people were angry at him, and then he was caved in for a long time by himself until a little girl entered and helped him out. And so you can tell me a little bit more about it. You have a book with you?
Sure. So this is the book, Baby Dragon's Big Sneeze, and it's available on Amazon and on barnesandnoble.com and target.com and some other outlets online. Basically, like you said, it's a story about a dragon who sneezes and burns down a village by mistake, and everyone's ready to attack him until this little girl, it doesn't make sense to her. Why would he suddenly want to attack them if he's been flying around peacefully until then? So she decides to ask him why he did this. And it's her curiosity that actually saves the dragon and the town and helps everybody. So it's a story about not making assumptions about others and their motivations until you find out the story from them, and about teamwork and friendship and sharing, all of those kinds of what employers like to call soft skills. They often refer to them as soft skills, and educators refer to it as social emotional learning, or SEL. So those are the types of lessons I teach my.
You're trying to teach a 3 to 7-year-old about social emotional learning. And
Yes.
you think really the book has a lot of things in it to help them coping with the emotion that arise when something is wrong. And
Yes.
so the benefits of rhymes for young readers. So you talk about these too.
Sure. Unfortunately, certain things go in and out of fashion in the publishing industry. Before I decided to self-publish this, I was trying to publish it traditionally. So I sent it to a lot of publishing houses and literary agents, and a lot of them came back and said, we don't really do rhyme. We don't really like rhyme. Rhyme is out of style. But I've done a lot of research on rhyme, and rhyme actually really helps children with language acquisition, and it encourages reluctant readers. It helps them learn a sense of rhythm, getting the meter of the story. It also helps them with their vocabulary and anticipating what the next word is going to be. And that's part of why things like nursery rhymes, for example, are so powerful for young children. So I'm a big proponent of rhyme. I really would like to see rhyme kind of come back.
Yeah, it used to be a big thing back then. Like, I don't know why people just like dropped it. Anyway, yeah, learning empathy at a young age, maybe because maybe some kids need it more, or maybe some parents need to teach it more to their children. So why did you decide to make it, and how did you choose your illustrations, pictures, all this?
So I chose, the story actually came to me when I sneezed once, about 10, 15 years ago, really hard. And the musing thought came to me, oh, it's a good thing I'm not a dragon, because if I were a dragon, this could have really done some damage. And then I thought, that would make an interesting picture book. And so I started writing the story. And what was your second question? Why? How did I choose my illustrator? Okay, so that's an interesting process. I worked with a woman who's a mentor. Her name is April Cox, and she has a business called Self-Publishing Made Simple. And she has a list of vendors. She had about 12 illustrators, and I looked through their work, and I narrowed it down to about 4 illustrators that I liked the best. And then I had them each draw the same scene from my story in black and white, just a sketch of how they imagined it. And I gave them each, you know, $50 for just drawing that one page. And then I picked the one that I liked the best from there and went from there. And Ramesh Ram is the illustrator, and he's fantastic. It's just been a wonderful process working with him.
Yeah, you're working with people who love what they do, and then you get to really capture the, you know, the essence and you're looking for. And what is Be Kind Publishing? It's your own company?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So,
and you want to do more books in the
yes.
future?
I have a couple of other stories. Some of them are rough drafts already. Some are just sort of swimming around in my head right now. But Be Kind Publishing, the one thing that all of these stories seem to have in common, the one thread, is that they all teach these types of social emotional learning lessons, like taking turns, helping others in need, teamwork, reciprocity, all of those types of things. And so they all share that. And so I decided to name my publishing company Be Kind Publishing. It's also sort of a reference to the figure of speech. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And I think it's really great to teach children who are more emotionally and mentally malleable about these types of lessons before they get older.
Yeah, I think it's great. And it's so it's a thing for library, like learning, people can get at the library, or we can just read it at home.
Yes.
So what do you think, like 3 to 7 years old, do you think that's just for that type of age, or do you think anybody else can read it and enjoy it too?
I think it can go a little bit older, maybe to 8. I think that when kids are a little older, they could read it themselves rather than having it read to them. I also think that since the pandemic happened, unfortunately, younger children, if you're say 7 years old and you've just had the last 3 years from the pandemic being inside in your house instead of being in school where people learn that type of give and take, and you don't have that, you're going to be a little bit behind. So getting these lessons from a book like this can work for kids that are 8 or 9.
Okay, I get it. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to tell me about yourself a little bit so people get to know you, and then if you want to read a few lines from the book.
Okay, great. Okay, so I have a master's degree in social work and subsequent experience in that. And I also have a master's degree in journalism. And my social work master's degree, during that, I also took several child development courses. And I use that to inform my picture book writing. And I'm also a member of Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators and Children's Book Insider. And I've had 2 stories of mine that are more adult stories. They're personal essays. They've been published in anthologies that are available on Amazon. One of them is called Lost Souls Found, and the other one is called Second Chance Dogs. And both of these stories are about what it was like to be a stage mom for a dog that I had that since passed away, but she starred in the Boulder Dinner Theater's production of The Wizard of Oz. She played Toto. So it was my experience being a stage mom for my dog. I may change that, kind of convert that adult story into a picture book story. So that might be another one that is going to become a picture book. But would you like to hear then some of this book? Okay, I will read up to a cliffhanger so that so I'll leave the people hanging so that hopefully they'll want to buy the book. Okay. Okay. Should I show you the pictures too while I'm talking about it?
Yeah, so we can see it. Yeah.
Okay. I will tell you a story from legends of old of a huge baby dragon who caught a bad cold. He had soared through the villages just as he pleased until one autumn day he regrettably sneezed. So here is, I don't know.
All right.
He's flying over the villages. And here's me starting this story for you. Okay. Fire burst from his mouth and it burned every shack. So the townspeople planned a great dragon attack. And here he is sneezing and accidentally burning down the village, and all the people trying to put the fire out. You see. And so this is the cliffhanger. So it ends happily, just so if anyone's worried that their children might be traumatized, it ends happily, but I don't want to give it away. But the little girl becomes the hero. So I also wanted to make a strong female protagonist in the story as well.
Yeah, why not? Sure. We need, yeah, definitely. All right. So that was great, you know, and everything would be underneath the episode. And they heard you can get your book on Amazon, so it's pretty easy. And, so thanks for coming today.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me. And it's in hardcover, softcover, and ebook on Amazon if you wanted to go there, or you can go to be-kindpublishing.com to see my book there as well.
So
thanks so much.
All right. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.